Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Baltimore almost took the lead into the locker room at the break. Time management a question. Steelers slow playing the second down run. Luke Wilson unable to bring it in at the break. It is 12-7 Pittsburgh trying to remain undefeated as we welcome you to the Toyota Halftime. And let's not waste any time. Let's bring in Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League, from the league office in New York, working here on a Wednesday afternoon, as many are. Commissioner, why don't I just start with this game for a minute and the question of would it get played or not? Ultimately, even with 10 days of positive tests on the Baltimore side, what was the information that you and the health and safety folks deemed it was okay and safe to go forward playing tonight's game?
Well, Mike, first of all, our protocols are established with the health and safety of our players and all personnel, coaches included, in mind. And that's our first priority. And we developed these protocols with our Players Association, and we believe that they've been very effective in identifying, isolating, and controlling and containing the virus. In the Baltimore case, we were concerned with the containment. That was, we saw a number of positives over the last 10 days. Our health and safety people and our medical experts, led by Dr. Sills, did a wonderful job of tracing the virus and making sure that we understood where it was generated from, how it was spreading. And I think, by having the delays of a couple of days, that gave us the confidence that we understood where the virus was coming from, how it was continuing to spread, and that we were in the last stage of that and comfortable that the game could be played safely tonight.
This game gets pushed back 6 days, yet the Denver game, when their quarterback room gets wiped out because of contact tracing, that game goes on and they don't have a quarterback, and people have talked about competitive balance. Why the difference in the two decisions?
Well, Mike, it starts with our decisions are based on medical issues, and with that being our priority. And we told the clubs that early in the year. They all understand that absent a medical issue, we're going to play the games, and that we gave each club additional flexibility with respect to their roster size and flexibility of moving people off of the reserve list and back onto the active roster. And that was to make sure that the games were played. On the other hand, we want to make sure that we're preventing the spread of the virus. And that's why when we see high-risk close contact like we had in Denver, regardless of the position group, we're going to make sure that those players aren't in a position where they could infect others, whether they're on their own team or whether they're on the opposing team. So that's been done several times throughout the season.
Let me spin forward. We only have about 45 seconds left. Any thought of shortening the season at this point? How safe do you think it is to go forward and finish this thing up?
We do think it's safe to continue. Listen, there are challenges. We're seeing virus spread and increase in our communities, and so that's a challenge for us. But we believe that the protocols that we've established are working. We're going to continue to evaluate and see what improvements we can continue to make, as we did just last week, and we'll do that. And obviously, our objective is to finish 256 games safely.
And 15 seconds, bubbles for the regular season seem tough to pull off. Have you started thinking about bubbles for the postseason?
Mike, our issue on bubbles, listen, the way it's perceived, I think, in the general public is that not something we would do because we believe that our protocols are working. We would consider further isolations to reduce the risks for all of our personnel so that they're not exposed to the virus and bring it into the facilities or to the club.
I know the time is brief. Commissioner, thanks for joining us on a Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of the game.
It's a great game, Mike. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Roger Goodell, same here. Commissioner of the National Football League, joining us at the half. Chris and I are back in just a moment. 12-7 our score here. Pittsburgh on top. First, a holiday message from Toyota about thanking our heroes. A lot of good things ahead, aren't there? Look forward to Tokyo 2021. Look forward to the second half here. Tighter than some thought. Steelers get the ball to start the second half. It is a 12-7 score. You want to explain the last 30 seconds of that half?
Nope.
Okay, well, let's try anyway.
I have no idea. Well, they killed themselves by taking the timeout.
Right.
That was the thing that really killed them, because if they still have the timeout, you could just go up to the ball. I'm not so sure he didn't get that ball into the end zone there anyway. But to take that timeout now takes you into danger area, because you know the Pittsburgh Steelers. I played against them forever. This goes back 50 years. They're going to lay on top of the ball carrier for as long as possible.
Look at Vince Williams down there. He's an all-time lingerer down there. And that's what Harbaugh saw. That's where he went, look, if the Ravens trying to help him up there, let's go.
So what Harbaugh wanted the officials to do is stop the clock there. They chose not to do that. And they still had the touchdown, but Minkah Fitzpatrick, as all the DBs do, the arm between the arms of the receiver, and they got it done. That was a huge mistake by the Ravens.
Steelers 2 field goals in the second. They're on top by 5. They get the ball to start the second half, and we'll be back in Pittsburgh.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.